Very good morning to all my viewers, and I'm highly grateful to every one of you who are watching my lessons on YouTube. Thank you once again very much to all my viewers. Today I'm with a new topic once again, and this is invitation and replies. A topic of writing skills, which is asked in the board examination for 4 marks. Okay, children? Now I would like to tell you it is a short piece of writing. Okay, and this carries around 4 marks. Now children, let us understand what invitations are. Now I would like to tell you, Aristotle asserted long ago that man is by nature a social animal. Okay? And one who does not partake of society is either a beast or a god. So children, we human beings are neither beasts nor god. So socialization is an important component of the human behavior. Isn't it? Now, as man is social by nature, so to keep in touch with friends, relatives, family, and public, what do? We organize many functions and, extend invitations to relatives, friends, clients, and members of the public on occasions as engagements, functions, marriages, ceremonies, births, deaths, and some public functions is an essential part of social etiquettes. So, children, I hope you have followed why invitations are forwarded. This is to, invite or to send information regarding whatever event a person is organizing, and you are inviting your known as well as officials to be a part of that event that you are organizing, and thus you send the invitations. Got it? Fine. Now children, I would like to tell you invitations are of 2 types. Okay? The formal invitations, the informal invitations. Now children, you may ask me, what are formal invitations? Formal invitations, they are, generally written in 2 forms. Okay? First one is the card form that we use to forward the invitation, and card form is the printed one. Okay? Generally, the card forms are sent, are forwarded to intimate regarding the wedding that is going to be held, or any important function, any ceremony and occasion. So card formats are generally forwarded to inform regarding, the mass gatherings. Okay? Now the second form of sending the formal invitation is the formal letter form. Okay? And formal letter form is handwritten. Children, when we wish to invite, individually someone as a judge, a chief guest, or as a speaker to deliver a talk on certain, important, you know, celebration. So then we invite individually a person. So when we do individually, we generally forward an invitation in the form of formal letter. Now I would like to tell you what is the format of formal letter we have been doing since years. First the sender's address, then a line space, the date in the extended form, a line space, then the receiver's address, then a line space, then the subject, then a line space, then the salutation, then next the body. That means the content that you are going to write, which should include what event is going to be organized, when it is going to be organized, where it is going to be organized, as well as who is being invited. Okay, his name has to be written, whosoever is invited. Got it, children? Now I would like to tell you, we have even, and I said we write informal invitations as well as formal invitation. I just spoke about the two forms of formal invitations. One is the card format and the other is the formal letter form. And card format is generally written to invite a mass, a group, or it is not for one individual person. But formal letters are when we invite a person, a single person, as a judge, a chief guest, or as a speaker to deliver his, precious words. Then we invite, in the form of a formal letter. Okay. Now next one is, now children, you should remember that formal invitations are generally written in the third person. Now when I speak about the third persons means what? Means he, she, it, they, and all the names. Okay, got it what I'm saying? And now let me tell you something about informal invitations. Now what are informal invitations? Informal invitations are written in the form of informal letter. Now what do you mean by form of informal letter? What is the format of informal letter? First we write the sender's address. Okay. Then we, leave a line space. Then we write the date in the extended form. Then the salutation. Then one line space, and then we write the body of the invitation. Then again, after the completion of the body or the content, then we come down, leave one line, and we write it as the subscription, yours faithfully, or whatever it is, or your brother, your sister, so and so. Okay, this is the format of informal letter. And you should know informal letters, children, they are generally written to family, friends, and relatives. Okay, for some function, we forward these informal invitation to invite for some function or occasion or celebration, as we do it for the formal one. But only the format is little different. Formal invitations, generally we send them for the housewarming ceremony, or you are, opening a new showroom or a new shop you are inaugurating, or then you can say then our school is organizing any function, a sports day, an annual day, or maybe a bal mela or something related to it. We are going for a Christmas celebration or whatever it may be, right? And so this is how we forward the invitations on different occasions or different events that are organized. And this is to intimate the person whomsoever we are inviting. The other thing is, children, even when the invitation is forwarded to someone, it is the duty of the person, the one who receives the invitation, he should acknowledge the host whosoever has sent him the invitation, okay, and to acknowledge them, we forward, again the replies to them, which I would be talking soon about the replies to. But before that, I would like to tell you the format of the format of the invitations. Format is card. It is generally put up in a box, okay. It is written in the card form and it is put up in a box. And then the format of letter, as I explained you, that carries 1 mark. The content is what event, when it is going to be held, where it is going to be held, and who is being invited, okay. This carries 2 marks. Then is the expression, which number of times I have spoken to you, it carries 1 mark, whether it is informal invitation or it is formal, okay. The language you are using, you should remember, informal invitation, we are supposed to use the first person, which is I, we. How do you supposed to start it? I'm very happy to inform you that my son, okay, he had cracked his PMT examination with flying colors, and on account of his success, I'm throwing a party on Sunday, the 25th of July at so and so time, venue here, okay. So this is the way how you write informal. Suppose the same thing you need to write in the formal manner. How would you write? Either you would be writing in the form of a card, or in the form of a card, how would you write? It is because it is you're inviting, you should try to understand the question is formal or it is informal. If the question given to you is formal, the reply should also be informal, and the question is informal invitation and the reply should also be informal. So you need to first understand the question, okay, whether the principal is being invited as a chief guest, or we are organizing a wedding ceremony, or whatever it is, the reply has to be the same, okay children. Now before I proceed ahead, I would like to discuss with you few more things. See, when we write the formal invitations, children, we need to keep in mind few points. So formal invitation is written in one single sentence. There should be no commas used, no sentence is broken there, okay. The matter written should be center aligned. Center aligned means the way we write in a form of the card. It should not be left aligned, but the second form, card format, has the center aligned, okay, in the center, but the letter format has a left aligned. The content has to be written. Now always we should use simple present tense, okay, and the formal invitations are written in third person, whereas informal are written in first person. First person means I, we, and third person means he, she, it, they, okay. The card format, so the formal invitations are to be enclosed in box, and the font of various lines can be different. See, in the card format, when you are writing different lines, one can be a little more long, the other can be short, the name can be highlighted, or it can be prominent by making it, darkened it, or written in block letters, okay. It should be brief and precise. Only important details need to be given in the formal invitations, okay. No punctuation is to be used at the end or break off lines. Followed, children? And now another thing, very important part of your invitation is, when we are forwarding formal invitations, there are some standard expressions that you should use while, because we need to be more humble, polite, and beautiful when we are forwarding the invitation with some beautiful expressions in it. Now the expressions to invite can be as seek the pleasure of your company, or cordially invite you, okay, The next can be solicit your gracious presence. Another one can be request the pleasure of your benign presence. Okay, so these expressions you can use when you are, writing the invitation, the formal invitation to invite. Okay, now children, let me explain you the format of, the card format as well as the letter format, which is the form of formal invitation. Now children, look here. I said the card format has to be enclosed in a box. Okay, now first and foremost thing is the host line. Host line means the one who is inviting. Okay, Mrs. and Mr. Ticolo, this becomes a host line. Okay, request the pleasure of your benign presence. This is the expression that I have just spoken. Okay, request the pleasure of your benign presence is known as an invite line. Okay, when is he inviting? On the auspicious occasion of the birthday party of their son. We are not writing as my son because it is written in the third person. We have written the name, okay, of their son. Whose son? Mrs. and Mr. Ticola's son. Okay, this would be known as the event line. Which event is this? Birthday party, wedding ceremony. Okay, so and so weds this person, or inauguration of something. All these would be known as event line. Okay, then what is the name of the person? Chaman Raj. Okay, where is the occasion going to be held? At their residence. So they have given their house address, or if you are organizing it somewhere else, then you need to give the address of that particular venue wherever you are organizing the event. Then, so what is being organized, when it is going to be organized, and where it is going to be organized. These are the details of the event. Okay, and children, then you need to leave one line. Then you need to write RSVP. RSVP means please reply. Okay, this is a French phrase which means respondez silvos plate. RESPONDEZ. Respondez silvos. SILVOUSPLAIT. Okay, respondez silvos plate. It means please reply. Now children, whenever RSVP is written on a card, so it becomes, if we receive any invitation, it becomes our first and foremost duty to acknowledge and thank the host to forward the invitation to the one whosoever has received it. He need to thank the person. So that is the reason. Another thing, you should give a response whether you are going to attend that event in whichever he has invited you, or you are going to refuse. So if you are attending, the host comes to know how many, the refreshment plates, how many he can arrange. There would not be any wastage, if he comes to know who all are attending the function. So kindly, we should send a reply, but generally people do not do this. We should acknowledge our host for sending the invitation. We should thank him that it is our pleasure that we would be attending the function, or no, due to certain reasons. Okay children, then after RSVP, we are supposed to write the name and designation of the authority and plus his phone number, and then we are supposed to close it. Suppose it is a marriage function. Okay, then on the right hand side you can write it as with compliments from whomever you want to write the names, and plus you can write the event. The chief guest can also be included in the school functions. If it's an annual function, a sports day, you need to write the name of the person in prominent bold letters and his post, plus you need to write he has consented to preside over the function. Okay children, this is the format of a card which is supposed to be written in Okay, the card format. And next one, children, is the letter format. Okay, I explained to you the two formats initially. I said formal invitations are sent in two forms. One is the card format, which is forward to the public, to the gathering in common. Okay, but the letter format, the formal letter format, okay, sender's address, then we are supposed to give the space, the date, then the space, the receiver's address, then again the space, then the subject, invitation for the school or one act play competition. Okay, respected ma'am, we shall be obliged if you could spare some time from your busy schedule to be the chief guest at our school's one act play competition to be held on 20th July 2020 in the school auditorium. Okay, children, this is to be held, on 20th July 2020 in the school auditorium. Then kindly confirm your acceptance by 15th July. Naturally, the competition is going to be held on which date? 20th July. So, we need to receive the acceptance before that, children. Okay. So, by 15th July, you want her to give you response. So, next leave one line. The subscription, yours respectfully, whosoever has sent this, Karuna or the principal or the cultural secretary, whosoever it is, his designation, post, and you can give the phone number. Okay. So, these are the two formats of, what should I say? These are the two formats of the formal invitation. Okay, I hope you people have understood how to write this. Okay, children. Now, I would like to tell you the format of informal invitation. Okay, children. Informal invitations, I told you, to relatives, they are sent, and on occasion of functions, kind of personal notices there which are sent individually to the people. And the format is sender's address, the space, date, as I told you how to write, again the space one line, then dear Raj or dear Seema, then body of the invitation which has to include details of the event. For example, I am happy or I am glad to inform you that I am organizing or I am throwing a party on account of my son's birthday party on Sunday the 20th of so and so date, and I hope that you would be attending the function along with your family members. Okay, waiting for a positive response, one line space, your friend so and so. Okay, it is a short notice, it is not a long letter which should be discussed detailedly. No, you have to be to the point, because it is only an invitation, a short piece of writing to forward an invitation, children. Okay, now, okay, with this I would like to move on to the next part, that is, students, we need to give even replies. In the board examination, either question is based on to forward a formal invitation to your friend to invite for a certain function or occasion, or it can be to, either to accept the forwarded invitation or to refuse the invitation. Remember, children, you have to understand the question very well. If the question is based, it's given on formal, the reply has to be formal. If it is informal question, you need to give it in an informal manner, the response. Now, response can be the question that has been forwarded. It can be, given on to accept the invitation, or it can be even to refuse in a formal manner the invitation that has been forwarded to you. So now, children, as I told you, you have to acknowledge and thank, then express your pleasure for solving the invitation when you are accepting or declining the forwarded invitation to you when you are writing it. Next, another point is you have to confirm your arrival or your attendance to the event, okay? Or if you are refusing, you cannot attend the function, you have to politely give a reason, okay? So now let me explain you one of the formats of how to reply a formal response, how it is accepted and how it is refused. Now the first one, I am explaining you accepting the invitation. For example, Mrs. and Mr. S.S. Ahluwalia have invited Mrs. Sudhir Karan, okay, Mrs. Sudhir Karan for their daughter's wedding or their son's wedding maybe, and thus you are going to accept. The question is, you need to accept the formal invitation. Now you are writing it in the board examination as accepting the invitation. It is kyunki who has sent you? Mrs. and Mr. S.S. Ahluwalia has forwarded an invitation to you, inviting you for their daughter's wedding. Okay. So now you are giving a response. In the question, it was to accept the forwarded invitation by Mrs. S.S. Ahluwalia, okay, for the daughter's wedding. Now you are accepting and writing the invitation as per the board examination. You are supposed to write, your name is Mrs. Sudhir Karan. Thanks Mrs. and Mr. S.S. Ahluwalia, okay, for the kind invitation, because it is written in the third person, because it is formal invitation, so the reply has also to be in the formal manner. And formal invitation, they are written in the third person. The kind invitation to their daughter's Gurleen's marriage on 14th October 2020 at 10 a.m. and has great pleasure. Here you are, politely acknowledging it that they are very happy to accept, okay, and has great pleasure in accepting it. So now that means, that shows that they are ready to attend the event, whatever the invitation has been forwarded to them. Then now the next one, children, is how you need to decline the same question, okay. Suppose the question is decline the invitation that has been forwarded to you by Mrs. and Mr. Ahluwalia for the daughter's wedding. A formal refusal you have to send. The question is, now see here, you are declining the invitation. Mrs. Sudhir Karan thanks Mrs. and Mr. Ahluwalia for their kind invitation to the marriage of their daughter Gurleen on 14th October 2020, but they regret here. What are they doing? They are regretting. What are they saying? But regrets her inability. Whose inability? Mrs. Sudhir Karan's inability to attend it due to prior engagement. She wishes Gurleen a happy married life. Okay, we do not write here yours faithfully or yours sincerely when it is in the reply for the card formats, okay, the formal ones, okay, children. And as I told you earlier, if it is this form, the letter format, if you are inviting any chief guest, you are supposed to write the same way, okay. It is a matter of great pride, okay. Or you can say, Mr. So-and-so thanks so-and-so to forward an invitation for, okay, to be the judge for the annual sports day competition on Sunday, the so-and-so date at so-and-so time. Okay, he assures, okay, it has to be written in the third person. He assures that he would be present at the prescribed time or at the above mentioned schedule, okay. He would be present there, and then he assures his presence on the specified date at so and so time at so and so venue, okay. So next is here you need to write yours faithfully, this and the principal here, okay. The format of that is going to be in the format of the letter, the formal letter, okay, children. Now the informal ones, I will simply give you sample of informal written content here. I would be pasting it as it is. See here, informal is sent in this way, as I told you. Only the sender's address, the date, the salutation, and it is written in the first person. I am pleasantly surprised to receive, this is how you accept the informal invitation. To receive your invitation to Gulene's wedding, my God, has she grown up so big? I still remember her as a tiny doll in pink frock. Well, it is really a big occasion. I will definitely join the occasion. And yours, the name. Okay. Now, this is how you are declining if it is in the informal way, if you have to send it back. Okay. Informal manner, same way. Sender's address, the date. Dear so-and-so, I am pleasantly surprised to receive your invitation to Gulene's wedding. My God, she has grown so big. I still remember her in a tiny frock or in a pink color frock and with a beautiful dimples on her cheek. You can define a bit. Okay, I would have loved to join you on this auspicious occasion, but now you have to give a reason here. When you are refusing, children, you need to give the reason in the informal letters. Okay, you have to give the reason that it is due to some prior engagement or due to my mother's illness, or I had to go for a checkup. I would not be able to attend the function. So you have to give a reason here. And same way, see, please accept my best wishes. Okay, so I would be just pasting these two examples so that you can understand. Yours, Sudhir. Here in the informal ones, you need to write yours, your brother, your sister, or whatever it is. Okay, children, followed. So with this, we end the lecture for the 4 marks, topic, that is the invitations and replies. And children, I hope you all have followed this. So before I depart, I wish you all a good and a happy day. Please keep working, keep preparing for your examination, and keep yourselves safe and healthy. Bye. Thank you. Take care of yourself.